Good morning. It is Halloween. Yesterday, took a ride around town, did a little bit of battery shopping because these guys have been getting pretty beat up. The electrolyte is pretty much toast. I'm gonna try to restore them in future episodes, but today we're talking about these guys. So I got 8 brand new 6-volt 215 amp hour batteries, and since I'm on 24 volts, we series them up 4 in a row. So that makes 2 24 volt 215 amp hour strings, parallel them together, 430 amp hours, and if you do the math, that's 10.3 kilowatt hours of total capacity, usable capacity, because you can only use half. You don't want to discharge more than 50%. That gives me about 5.15 kilowatt hours usable power. And that meter clocks about 2 to 2.5 kilowatt hours a day is what my house uses. So I've got 2 days of normal use, 3 days of conservative use stored up here. I actually scaled down on the capacity because I want to make sure I can recharge it every single day. My solar will make 6 to 7 kilowatt hours a day. My wind, I've seen make up to 5 kilowatt hours a day on good windy days. It rarely happens on the same days, but for when it does, that's what the dump load is for. So I shouldn't have any problem keeping these maintained. These got beat up early on. I've had these for 2 years. I didn't have the solar capacity I have now, and I didn't have my turbines working correctly, so they got beat up. We red lighted the inverter a few times, dropped them down to bare bones voltage, and beat them up when they were fairly new. So that sulfuriated the plates, and I just haven't been able to desulfur them since then. They've served their purpose. They kept my lights on for the last 2 years, but now that everything on the charging board is the way I want it, I don't think I'll have any problem taking better care of these. And these are built for actually, they're industrial use batteries. They are golf cart batteries, but they also get installed in floor scrubbers and sweepers, the little things you see riding around Menards and hospitals and stuff. They're built for pretty rigorous use, deep discharging and high amp recharging. So I think they'll hold up real good, and they're easier to service. flip that little guy, caps pop off, and I can refill my cells. But look at all them plates. They're nice, big, heavy plates. And they're built the right way where the heat will circulate the water, where this older style, it doesn't move the water around the way it could to optimize it. So the idea with the old batteries is I'm gonna put my series parallel piggyback back together. I need a couple more cables to complete it. I'll make those today. And then I'm going to tie these to the dump load, because in the winter time I don't need help heating water. This wire is going to my water heater. That's more for the summertime when I'm not burning wood through the furnace. That's got a copper coil that keeps my water scorching hot all winter long. So instead of running this, I'm going to then divert any overflow power after these are full. There's still solar coming in. There might, be wind coming in, for instance. Instead of overcharging these or shutting down the turbine or the solar, if there's still power coming in, I can divert it down to the old bank, and that will slowly restore these batteries. Intermittent, high amperage, high voltage current, and then I won't be pulling from them until the electrolyte is restored. I'm gonna try a few things. I might extract, half the water and add some new electrolyte. I'm not gonna do the Epsom salt trick. Some guys say it works. Most guys say it destroys your lead. So we're not gonna go that route. But so with the new batteries, I zeroed out all my meters, input and output, and I'll just keep track of efficiency, keep track of what's coming in every day, keep track of what's going out every day, and make sure these are doing what I need them to do. But tying these to the dump load for the excess power. I've got the solar controller set to charge full power all the way up to 29.8 volts, and this guy is set to engage at 29.6. So before that tapers the power down, it'll just dump it into there. Or if I'm full and the wind picks up, it'll just dump it into those, and it'll slowly rehab these batteries, and I'll still be able to get some use out of them. After time, when their condition starts to improve, they're holding a charge, and they are holding a charge. I could probably test all of them at 12.1 to 12.3 individually, I'm sure. But for running a solar house, they need to be able to hold better than that, and longer. I was dipping pretty fast into the night, not running a lot of watts. And you test the fluid on the hydrometer, and pretty much every single cell and every single battery is as low as it can still read. So it was time before we go into the real nasty part of winter. And as these get better, they're going to double as an auxiliary bank, so I can get another dump load controller. I'll install it here with cables coming back to the batteries, and when these guys run low, say we have 2-3 days where we don't see the sun or the wind, I'll have these sitting here. This is 550 amp hours, brand new rated power. They don't have that anymore, but if I restore them, that's a good chunk of power sitting there on reserve. So if these guys run low, I can set the dump controller to engage at 24.2, and then it'll then pull power of the old batteries into the new batteries, and that'll just keep these from ever going into a point where it's going to do damage to the cells. So that's what's new. I'm going to play around down here for a little bit, and we're going to start thinking about Halloween stuff. So I may be the first to say Happy Halloween, and thanks for watching, and take care.